Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I apologize if there's an echo. I'm currently in my almost completed office, but there's no rug in here yet, so there's a lot of echoes. So I hope it sounds okay. I am going to be talking about some of my favorite books, health books that I've read over the years, both recipe and educational books, and the books that really helped me to kickstart my healing journey and really learn a lot about the body. I'm going to share them with you here. This is not an all-inclusive thing. There are so many more books that I've gone through that I am just not going to fit into this video, but these are the main ones that I really love. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'm not going to be putting links to the books in the description just because there's a lot of them, but I'm sure if you just Google the name on Amazon, you'll probably be able to find most of these, as that's where I got mine from. And also my hair is crazy because I just washed it and it's like super curly and untamable unless I straighten it, but I'm gonna just jump on in. The book that a lot of you have heard me talk about if you follow me on Instagram is Eating Alive. So this is by Dr. John Mattson. Hopefully you guys can see that. So this one's called Prevention Through Good Digestion. Out of all the books that I've read, I have to say this is one of my favorite because it's a very easy read. I have a very short attention span. I get bored easily. So if a book isn't fast paced, if it's drawn out, if it's boring or dry, I just don't have fun with it, and I put it down and I probably won't pick it up again. So this was the exact opposite. You can see how the text is. There's lots of animated photos and stuff. Short paragraphs, so you feel like you're moving through it really quickly. What I love about this is it talks about the importance of your liver health, of good digestion, underactive stomach, leaky gut. It just talks about anything to do with your digestive tract. I'm telling you, this book is so amazing and one of my favorites, and I reread it often and I recommend it to everyone. So this is the first one. It's called Eating Alive. The next one is a book I read years ago, almost as soon as it came out, I believe, and that is Eat Dirt by Dr. Axe. So this is a book here, super popular. I'm sure honestly most of you have heard of it or at least read it, or at least heard of it. But I liked this one because if you kind of know nothing about autoimmune disease or nothing about gut health and probiotics, this is a really good place to start. He shares a lot of his experience with his mom in the book and cancer, and the importance of soil-based probiotics and what they do for your gut. So like I said, if you don't know anything about digestion, this is a really good place to start because it really gives you not only the information you need to get started on healing your gut, but it also gives you that boost and that motivation. So I really did like this book. The next book is, another book that's really good if you like reading is called The End of Food. So this is what it looks like here. So this one is by Thomas Pollock. At the top, you can see the name there. This book was amazing. It took a little bit of time to get through, but it is still a pretty easy read. It's just an amazing book. So essentially what it's about is how the food industry is destroying the quality of our food and is essentially destroying our health. So it really goes into so much detail about herbicides, pesticides, things like glyphosate, and it talks about how even some organic foods are sprayed with certain things and what to look out for. It talks about how monocropping, so each farmer plants one thing, like all corn or all soy, rather than planting a bunch of different things. So it talks about the effects of that. It talks about salinity in our soil. It's just so much stuff. So this is interesting if you like either gardening or farming, or if you really want to know about where our food is actually coming from and the dangers of pesticides and glyphosate and that kind of stuff. So I would recommend reading it. It's not a thick book at all, but you learn so much information and it gets into a lot of history as well. So I did really like this book, and it definitely opened my eyes to a lot of things, especially antibiotics in the meat and what it actually does to us, and even antibiotics on vegetables, which harms us as well, which is something I never knew, that veggies were, sprayed with antibiotics. So highly recommend reading this book. So hopefully the video is not going to be too long. I want to go through the rest pretty quickly. I really like this Herbal Antiviral book from Sorrel Davis. It's something that it's not something you're going to sit down and read over and over again, but it's super fun to have on hand if you have any type of viral infection, so if a child gets like strep throat or something, you can just be like, oh, bam, I got this book, and it tells you what herbs to take. So super fun just to have that on hand. I picked that up from a trade show, so I'm not even sure where you would get it from. I'm gonna take a break and kind of get into some recipe books and then get back to other books. I love, 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 love this Paleo Sweets book. This is by Kelsey Ale. The recipes in here are ridiculously good. I have made so much stuff from here and absolutely love them all. They do contain sugar, but they're grain-free, so you can always swap the sugar out for your corn syrup to make it more candida friendly and stuff. But oh my gosh, this book is amazing. And I got it for free because like 2 years ago or something, there was a Facebook ad saying that you only pay for shipping, and I was like, oh, it's probably a scam, but I did it, and the book did come and it was amazing. But I'm sure you can definitely buy this online, so highly recommend checking this one out. Just to show you the author's name at the bottom, it's Kelsey Ale. So that one's really good. So a book I got I'm sorry, I'm on a swivel chair, so I am moving. The book I got about 3-4 months ago is the Anti-Inflammatory Kitchen Cookbook by Leslie Langevin. So this is what it looks like. So this book has been amazing because it has more than 100 healing, low histamine, gluten-free recipes. So super fun because I always eat gluten-free, but sometimes I'm just like, what do I do for dinner? And I have like, my brain is fried and I'm like, I cannot think of anything. So this is super fun to have. I'm not a recipe book person because usually I come up with my own recipe based on what I'm craving for that day. So I'm not huge into recipe books, but I do like this one because she has some really good bread recipes, like these oatmeal rolls and stuff, which are gluten-free. So if you're looking for some like waffles and that kind of stuff, she has really good recipes in here. So I would recommend checking it out. Got it off of Amazon, has some great stuff. The last cookbook I'm going to share with you is, swiveling, is Eating the Alkaline Way by Natasha Cora and Vicky Eggson or something. So this is what it looks like. This one is not fully gluten-free. She uses spelt flour, which is a form of wheat, in a lot of recipes, but you can swap out spelt for anything. I've literally done it with so many of these recipes and it works really well, so there's no problem. But you can see like raw buckwheat and cinnamon granola and like lots of delicious things. Everything is alkaline, so when you have psoriasis and autoimmune issues, you want to make sure you're eating alkaline. So she has like really cool recipes in here. Nutty cookies, which I've made these before, they're really good. Bliss balls, that kind of stuff. So I would recommend checking it out. Super nice cookbook, it's beautiful, but like I said, it's not gluten-free, so anything that has spelt you have to substitute. Just almost done here actually. Before I get into my 2 last favorite books, I am going to share this book with you. So this is called The Power of Being Thankful by Joyce Meyer. This is a Christian book, so if you're not Christian, it might not do much for you. But what I like about this book is it has really, really helped change my mindset and has really helped give me peace and calm me down, which is so important because anxiety, management is a huge part of healing. So it's so simple depending on the day. There's like, for example, March 28th, March 29th, etc. So at the top, there's one reading for every single morning that you wake up. There's just a little lesson and a little paragraph kind of explaining what you should be thankful for that day, and then a little prayer of thanks at the end. So it's a really nice book. If you're Christian, I got it off of Amazon. It honestly is like it became part of my daily routine. I wake up every morning, find where I left off, say a little thing, and then I just think about that thing that I'm thankful for. So example, you can wake up and say, I'm thankful for my health or for a comfy bed or whatever the book tells you to be thankful for that day. And you think about it throughout the day. So if something's going wrong, you can stop and say, wait, I have a lot to be thankful for. And it just really helps with your mindset. So the very 2 last books are, okay, I'm gonna start with this one. This is called Toxic: Heal Your Body from Mold, Lyme, and Multiple Chemical Sensitivities in Chronic Environmental Illness. And this is by Dr. Robert Naveau, I believe is how you say his name. Okay, so this book is epic, but I do have a few comments about it. I've read it like 3 times, I love it, but it's very complicated, so it's something that you probably will hate if you don't either have a science background or love learning about the body. You won't learn much in terms of protocols and what to actually do for yourself if you're not a doctor, because most of the things they recommend are prescription type of medications or IV type of treatment, so it's nothing you can do on your own, but it does give you a really good explanation as to the underlying root cause for chronic illness. So if you have mast cell activation, if you have Lyme disease, if you have any type of chronic environmental illness or extreme sensitivity to something, this book really explains it well, and explains essentially where mold toxicity, heavy metals, and all of that kind of come into play. So super informative book. Like I said, it's a heavy read, so it's probably not for everyone, but I have been loving it. I've gone through it 3 times as a refresher. So good. So I really recommend this book. This is what the back looks like, Reboot and Heal. The very last book is this one. So this is the Keto Diet book by Dr. Axe. I had like the pre-copy that they sent me, so it says coming soon in February, but it is out now. I love this book because if you're on the ketogenic diet, it tells you everything you possibly need to know about it. So whether you're male, female, your age, doesn't matter. It tells you exactly what you need to do and how it works, but it also has some amazing recipes at the back of the book. So if you're looking for awesome keto recipes, you can do that. But it explains how you can balance your hormones, how to lose weight, and how to reverse disease by doing keto the proper way, how to tell when you're in ketosis and all of that. So this is a really good book. I'm not doing keto anymore, but I do kind of do keto cycling, where one day I'm just like super high fat, and then the next day is more carby, and it just kind of fluctuates. I kind of eat intuitively, so based off of what I'm craving, but it's an awesome book. So I would recommend trying it out. Super informative, and it's a very easy read, as was Eat Dirt. So they give you keto plans, and they talk about things like multiple sclerosis and Parkinson's disease and anything that's affecting your nervous system, like even epilepsy, because ketogenic diet can really help with that. So those were my main books. These are my favorite books that I've gone through. There were so many more, but these are the main ones that I think you guys should check out and might really enjoy. Most of the other books that I've gone through have been quite heavy and dry, because I kind of like that sciencey aspect of it, but it does kind of get to be a bit tedious when you're reading it. So I'm not really going to bring those ones into this video, but I would love to hear from you what some of your favorite books are. So please leave them in the comments down below. I also read a few books, like some of the medical mediums books and that kind of stuff, that just didn't, you know, resonate well with me. So it's why I'm not sharing certain books. But I would love to know what you guys read, what you guys enjoy reading, as I'm always looking for new suggestions as well. I don't have too much time to read, so I don't really know what's out there in terms of books. So leave comments down below, let me know. And if you like these types of videos, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you follow me on Instagram for a ton of awesome recipes and just like day-to-day tips. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.